Hey everyone, and welcome to my craft room. My name's Julianne Richards and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in southern Tasmania. Welcome to the second in my series of 15-minute quick cards. I've got to keep my voice down a little bit today because we're introducing a new kitten in the next room, and loud noises are really making him quite jumpy. So apologies if you can't hear me today. Turn your volume up. Hopefully you'll be able to sort of see what I'm doing without too much of the talk. But anyway, as I say, 15-minute cards is the new series I'm doing, one a week for as long as I can come up with new ideas. And I have an admission to make, this really isn't a new idea. It's one of my favourite designs with the beautiful friendship stamp set, which I just find so easy to get creative with because the images are just so pretty. I must say it is one of my favourite ones from the current catalogue, and I will be keeping it even past the current catalogue period and use it for my own personal cards and stuff like that. So anyway, what I'm going to do today is just basically cardstock, ink, stamps, and that's about it. There's not even any ribbon or bling on it. It is a lovely, simple stamping card, and hopefully we can get it done in 15 minutes. So again, I have my little timer here. I'll just clear it from last time. I'll try and clear it from last time. Yeah, here we go. It's very noisy. It's noisier than me, this. I'm going to set it for 15 minutes. Oh, that's 16. I'm going to clear it again. Apologies. 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 minutes, there we go. And I'll set it going and we can get started. Okay, so here we go. So as I say, the beautiful friendship. What I'm going to start with is a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I'm sure I've got some here. Piece of Whisper White cardstock. We always have Whisper White cardstock around. I don't know about you, but I have it everywhere. But today I don't. I'm going to have to grab a new sheet. So much for 15 minutes. Here we go. So a new sheet of Whisper White cardstock. And I'm going to cut that with my trimmer down to, what do I want? 3 7/8 by 5.5. So this is going to be, there's going to be 2 layers underneath this, the card base itself and a highlight colour layer, which I think I know what it's going to be, but we'll check it from now. So this is what I'm going to actually be stamping on, this layer here. Okay, so I'm going to get my stamp set out, and the colours I'm using, I've already chosen them. As I say, this is one of my favourite stamp sets, so I've used it a fair bit. I've got Blushing Bride, Rococo Rose, Rich Raspberry, Seaside Spray and Mint Macaron. And so that's what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to start first of all with the lightest colour, which in this case is actually the Seaside Spray. And I'm actually going to stamp it off once so it's even softer. So let's bring that in. I'm going to use it on this really, move everything out of the way, on this really lovely sort of hydrangea sort of composite flower here that we've got in the set. So ink it up once, stamp it off, and then I'm using it as a background. So over here in this corner, stamp it off, and over here again. And I'm going to have also even, well, I might leave it at that. So I've got the top right and bottom left hand corners there stamped with our 2nd generation soft sea foam. No, Seaside Spray. Okay, then I'm going to do is bring in the next colour, which is our Blushing Bride. I'm going to do that with the little rose, the little composite. There's 2 roses here together. Pop them on a block. Are we going for time? Oh, I haven't started it. Oh, cheat. Okay, there you go. Now it's started. So So then we've got our blushing bride. So I'm going to ink that up. And I'm going to put one, one of my hairs coming out there. I'm going to pop one over onto the left, sort of just about there. There we go. Then also with the blushing bride, I'm going to bring in this little single rose from the stamp set, and I'm also going to use the blushing bride. I'm just going to match him over the other side just to sort of even up that composite rose there, just like that. And that is the last, I think, of the blushing bride. Then I'm going to bring in my Rococo rose, and I'm going to put the little centres in the roses with the darker pink. Just like that. But also with the darker pink, I'm going to get this really nice sort of double flower head that we've got here, these little buds. And I'm going to pop one of those, just popping up between my two main blooms there, and another one just sneaking its head in just at the side. There we are. So that's the Rococo rose. We're getting darker and darker as we go here, aren't we? So now we've got our rich raspberry. And the rich raspberry, I just love this sort of single stalk. It's almost like looks like a lavender or a sort of hyacinth or something. It's a lovely sort of stalky flower. And I'm going to bring that up the side here. I'm going to stamp two of them. Just sort of gives it a lovely frame. I'm going to pop another one coming up there as well. There we are. I think the final colour is our mint macaron, which is obviously going to be our leaves. There's little two leaves here, which I'm going to pop around. Now I find with this particular stamp set that the leaves actually really lift it. They lift it amazingly, so you know it's sort of fairly flat until you actually add the nice leaves in. So we're putting some full strength leaves around the place, but then also some half strength ones as well. There's also a little 3-leaf. I might put a couple of those in as well, just so I can say I've used everything out of the stamp set. There we are. That's probably enough, I think. Can overdo these things. Okay, so I'll just show you the final result there of all that stamping. Make sure that's in the middle. There we go. So there's our stamping. It's quite strong colours there. Some of the rich raspberries quite distinct there, but I think it's quite nice. What I'm going to do is bring in the sentiment, and I'm going to use the I Love Our Beautiful Friendship, So that you can use this one as a birthday or a, well, yeah, a birthday or just a hello. Just tell somebody you're thinking of them if they're struggling with something. I'm going to pop this just down here in the bottom left-hand corner. There we are. Okay, got 4 minutes to go. Yeah. Take into the account that I didn't start it straight away. Okay, so what I think actually adds to this card as well is if I pop it now, I'm going to pop it, now it's all stamped, I'm going to pop it through the subtle 3D embossing folder, just to give it, gives it a lovely sort of linen, almost linen look, and it sort of really makes it quite nice. It's one of my favourite things with this particular stamp set. Just pop that through. Oh. And I don't know if you'll see the difference in the on the screen, but it just makes it sort of really, yeah, just gives it more of a antique look even sort of thing. Anyway, I like it. Okay, so the final step really is to mat this up. I've got a piece of Rococo Rose cardstock, which I'm going to cut down to 1/8 of an inch larger than that little stamp panel that I've used. So that's going to be 4 inches exactly by 5 5/8. And also I'm going to bring in a card base, which is Whisper White Thick, and that's 5 3/4, my normal size, and then scored at 4 1/8. Okay, just bring in my snail. That's not that one, it's this one. Lost the end of it there. That one's out. We'll substitute some glue. And actually I misread that time. We've got 7 minutes to go. Doing really well, even with my not starting the timer at the beginning. So we've got our Rococo Rose over the top of our card base, and then I'm going to bring in our stamped panel. And there is a very pretty little floral friendship card. We might bling it up a little bit if I've got some bling around. What have I got handy? Nothing on that side, it must have popped it away. Yeah, let's put some bling on. Just a couple. Doesn't really need too much, I think. Can get it to come on my finger. There we are. I think that's enough. We don't want too much on there. And there we are. That's our final card, what our card looks like when it's finished. That's really, really sweet. I like that one. So we've got a friendship card. We could pop some extra stamps and things inside there and add an extra sentiment, but that's basically done. Okay, so I'll stop the timer. We had 5 minutes to go, so probably an extra minute or so there because I forgot to start the timer, but we've definitely got that one done within our 15-minute time frame, so we'll stop that. And there we are. So that's card 2. As I say, that features the beautiful friendship stamp set, which is in the current 2020-2021 annual catalogue. Probably won't go much longer than that because it was actually carried over from the previous catalogue, which means it's been in for 2 years. So probably don't expect to see that one come back for 21-22. But so grab it now if you really, really like that one. Yeah, it's, as I say, one of my favourite stamp sets, and I just find it just so nice to experiment with the colours and the various sort of flowers and things that they have in that one. So thanks for joining me. I'll be back again next week with another 15-minute card, but watch out for my normal longer technique videos in between. So thanks very much, and I will see you all next time.